Hello everybody, welcome back to Buckeye Readers Chat. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Patty.
Welcome. Yeah, so with everybody doing so much reading this summer, we thought we'd talk about different ways that people organize their reading lists and maybe how they choose their books too.
Right. I don't necessarily need any motivation to read, but I do need motivation to read outside of my comfort circle, outside of my likes.
What are some of the ways that you found for yourself that work to try new things?
When I was part of the book discussion group, I actually would have to read other books and sometimes come up with the questions as well. And that motivated me to read outside of it. Another thing that happened is when I started driving the bookmobile, people were saying, I can't wait until the new Lee Child book is out, or the new Nora Roberts. And I'm like, but there's other authors.
Right.
So I started reading some other authors and introducing them to our customers.
Yeah, and that's a great way. I think a lot of times we see people gravitate towards the well-known authors because they feel like they're safe because they're well-known, well-read. They're probably going to catch our attention fairly easily, but that doesn't mean that these hidden gem books shouldn't be picked up. So if you're looking for ways to kind of find those hidden gems, because they aren't necessarily always promoted in the easiest way, there are a couple different ways you can do that. One of the ways I throw out as a suggestion is online reading challenges. There's a lot of different places you can look for reading challenges. Just Google reading challenges and you'll find a ton of them.
Really? I have no idea.
Yeah, one of them I have here is from the 52 Book Club's reading challenge, and they have their list out, but it's 52 books in 52 weeks. Now, you don't necessarily have to do that if you're not a super fast all the time reader, but if you're looking for a variation in your reading, their challenges give you some pretty good suggestions. Titles starting with the letter E. The chapters have titles. A book that sparks joy. A book that's based on a real person. We have one here.
Yep.
The Rise, about Kobe Bryant. So maybe you've never thought to read about a real person. You're very fictionally based in your reading, and you'd like to kind of try and
That's me.
spread out. I started listening to the audiobook for The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, and that came out in like 2010, I think. Phenomenal book. I'm a third of the way in it, and she was so fascinating, and she's not even a common name like Kobe Bryant is.
And so that's another thing, is your format. Some people like to just read, that's me. But other people like to listen to a book while they're driving or working around the house or outside gardening, taking a walk. And so that's another challenge, is to try a different format.
Right, absolutely. Let's see, maybe a book that intimidates you, you could give it a shot now, see if it's less intimidating when you crack it open. Indie reads, that's another good way to kind of break outside of the bestsellers. Look for those indie titles. Sometimes it can be really good, sometimes it can be really not good. You never know, and I think that's what's cool about reading challenges, is it does allow you to kind of break away from, if you're reading the same thing and you start to kind of feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again, trying something new and seeing if you like it. So
these books here I picked out because, again, the biographies. I'm not much of a biography. I have read a few biographies, but not very many. And this one actually sounded quite interesting about Kobe Bryant. Science fiction, Dune. You know, it's part of that series. People know about it. Again, I'm not a science fiction reader, but you know what? And that one's not too thick, which I like. So I might actually be able to go and go, I could read that. And then here's one that's a beach read.
Reckless Girls.
Rachel Hawkins, I've heard good things about her, but I haven't read her.
Right.
So,
another great opportunity for you to make a change. Sugar Pop has another one too, and they've got another interesting list, a book with recipes in it. We've seen many of those at Christmas time, Thanksgiving, a Hugo Award winner. Sometimes I do that with my book club, is I challenge them to pick out an award winner and read it, tell us about it, and then tell us why it was given the award, what was the reason behind it, what was the award. So, there's lots of different ways.
Joining a book group is a good way to do that. Like I was saying, I had never read some of these books before until part of that book group. And, you know, like some of them have themes for the year, or they may have, you know, pick whatever, you know, an eclectic group of books, whatever sounds best to you. And that does push you out of your comfort zone.
It does, yeah. One of the other things that you can do is join websites that allow you to help track what you're reading, and you can kind of start monitoring what you're reading, and they'll also give you recommendations for books that are similar to what you've read that maybe aren't necessarily big names. Goodread's a popular one.
Does Novelist do that? Because we have Novelist.
Novelist does too, and you have access to Novelist for free with your library card. Right. Yeah, absolutely. You can look at the books and see kind of themes in the book and see if that's something that you enjoy too, because sometimes we think that we just like you know, mysteries, but what about those mysteries do you like? Do you like that they're fast-paced, slow-paced, slow burning, that they're plot-driven, that they're character-driven, and those types of facets of a book can really help you decide what type of reading you like within the genres that you enjoy reading.
And another way to track is our library card has your reading history on it, if you've chosen that. And if you haven't, you can put it on now and it'll track you from now on.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're not sure how to do that, just give us a call and we can help you with that. If you don't want to use a website to track what you're reading, you won't necessarily be able to get recommendations this way, but you can always do book tracking in a journal, and there's a bunch of different ways you can do that. I found a list online of different ways that people have done it. Some people
just hold them up. I think they're kind of pretty.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it in colors too. This one allows you to track the titles and when you read them and how long it took you to read them, the page count.
This is kind of interesting.
Yeah, you can make it look really pretty and just put the titles within the pages. This one you can either draw your book covers as you complete them, or you can print them off in small sizes and put them into a journal so you can see all the covers. It's kind of a fun craft to do while you're reading.
It is. A lot of good stuff.
This one's really pretty. I like this one. It's just a simple graph, but they've defined the colors by the number of pages that they read. And then they color it based on that, and then they put a dot in the middle of it if they finish a book. So it's kind of a cool way to watch the data of how you're reading.
Very nice.
So
there's a lot of good things to do. Nicole, we'll each have to go and try something different this next month.
Yeah, absolutely. While we're doing our summer reading, collecting our points, make sure that's another way you can do it this summer is collect your points. 1 minute of reading equals 1 point. The goal is to get to 1,000 points. You can get a free book at the end or donate your book again to the Arizona Head Start program for a child that needs a book. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.